A very good evening. Today we are going to do the topic carbon and its compounds from class 10, in which we will be talking about the covalent bond. Okay. Now before we understand the covalent bond, it is very important to understand an important property of elements to have complete octets. So when I talk of an element, the element will have three subatomic particles, which are protons, neutrons and electrons. Neutrons are electrically neutral, so there is no charge on them. Protons give the positive charge, whereas electrons give the negative charge. Now, the protons and neutrons are found in the nucleus, so they are called nucleons, whereas electrons are found in orbits which are revolving around nucleus in 3D spaces, which are called orbitals. Orbits, and to specify them further, it is found in the orbital, which is a 3D space, the orbital. So this particular chapter deals with this concept only applied to many carbon compounds. Now when we have an element, it will have electronic configuration according to the Bohr model of the atom. It will have, the first shell will have an electron, a maximum electron holding capacity of 2 electrons. The next shell onwards will have the maximum electron holding capacity of 8 electrons respectively. All the elements would want completely filled valence shells. Filled valence shells, so that they become stable, because everyone wants to become stable and happy. Okay, so here I can just write as happy. Okay, now for this to happen, for the stability to become possible, the electrons of different elements try to form bonds if there is electron deficiency. So they try to form bonds to get this stability, and these bonds at this particular level of class 10 are classified as ionic bond, which is called electrovalent bond, and covalent bond is also formed. The ionic bonds are formed by transfer of valence electrons. Transfer of valence electron, which leads to, and the first element, one element will become losing one electron and the other element will gain an electron, and hence they will form ions. Ions are those elements whose number of protons and electrons are not equal. So this forms the ion. Now when we talk about in specific the covalent bond, this is formed by sharing of valence electrons. That means electrons of the last shell. These are valence electrons, and by sharing the electrons of the valence shell or the last shell, the covalent bond thus is formed, which means there will be 2 electrons now, 2 electrons in both. There will be no gain, no loss of electron, but gain of electron, which is very important in the covalent bond. Now when we talk about it further, the covalent bond, as I told you, is formed by share of valence electrons. Okay, so covalent bond is formed by sharing of electrons between 2 or more substances, elements to be specific. Now this covalent bond can be classified into 2 categories, which is 3 categories, I'm sorry: single bond, double bond, and triple bond. Okay, from the name only this is understood that the single bond will have 1 electron from each element shared. So to take a simple example, if I have an element of hydrogen, hydrogen occurs like as a hydrogen H2 molecule. H2 means H plus H. Two hydrogen atoms will form the hydrogen molecule. This hydrogen, as you know from the Lewis dot structures, will have one electron, and this hydrogen too will have one electron. So hydrogen cannot gain or lose this electron to get two electrons to complete its doublet. So the best way is the two hydrogens come together and share the two electrons. So the first hydrogen with one electron and the second hydrogen with another electron. So this will share it with this, so it will get two electrons. This will share it with this, will get two electrons. And hence one electron is shared from each. That means one electron pair is there. That's why it is the single bond for the hydrogen molecule. And both now have two electrons and the doublet is completed. Now next is double bond. That means there are two electron pairs shared. That means 4 electrons are shared. 2 pairs means 4 electrons are shared. So taking the best example for this is oxygen molecule. Oxygen has electronic configuration of 8, which is 2 and 6. So it will have 2 electrons in its doublet, whereas in the octet it will have 4 electrons remaining. So that means it will require 4 more electrons to complete its octet, isn't it? It has a configuration of 8, which means 2 plus 6. Out of the 2 are gone, so now the 6 are here. So that means it will require 6 more electrons in order to complete, 2 more electrons in order to complete its octet and get stable. So this one oxygen with 6 valence electrons and the other oxygen with 6 valence electrons share these electrons, and this in the end gets 8 and this too gets 8. So this is 8 electron, this is 8 electron, both have stabilized. And how many pairs of electrons are shared? This is 1 pair, this is 2 pair. So that's why it is a double bond. I hope it is clear. Now next is triple bond. Triple bond means 3 electron pairs are shared. Okay. So the best way to understand this is the molecule of nitrogen. Now nitrogen has the electronic configuration of 7. It has atomic number 7, so electronic configuration is 2 and 5 in the KLN shell. 2 and 5 is the electronic configuration. That means these two will be the completed inner electrons, 5 are the valence electrons. So how to denote them? Nitrogen 1 with 2 and 3, nitrogen 2, 3. So how the bond will be formed now between these two? Simply this will share 3 with each, so it will get 6. This will also share its 3, it will also get 6. So there are how many pairs of electrons are shared here? 3 pairs are shared here. That means 6 electrons are shared here. And that means this is a triple bond. And hence nitrogen will also get stabilized by this triple bond. Okay. So that means what we understood is the covalent bond is formed by sharing of valence electrons. Mind it is only valence electrons, not the inner electrons. It will only share valence electron to get stabilized by completing the octet. Based on the number of electron pairs shared, it can either be a single bond with 1 electron pair, that means 2 electrons, double bond from 2 electron pairs, that means 4 electrons, or triple bond, that means 3 electron pairs, that means 6 electrons are shared. It can be possible. This covalent bond theory hence provides a model of sharing of valence electrons in order to get stability. Now why not these elements go for ionic bonds? This is just because as they cannot just lose or gain the electrons as such. So that's why they actually prefer to get mutual sharing of electrons and they form the covalent bond. This covalent bond was introduced by Lewis and Langmuir. So it is called as the Lewis-Langmuir theory, which is explaining the formation of the covalent bonds. I hope the concept of covalent bonding is clear. The whole carbon and compound chapter is based on this concept of covalent bonding, because it is covalent bonding which gives rise to organic chemistry dealing with carbon and its versatile compounds. So with this we close the class. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe.